Hey internet friends, this is Preston Hunter Wood. Maggie's boyfriend whenever Evelyn Boswell disappeared. Now I think this part of the interview was cut out, probably for good reason, but when I went to record it, it kind of does some pauses, so we're just going to have to ignore that. Also, we don't get to hear the reporter's questions to him, so we have to guess what she's asking him. We don't get to see his whole body, so we're going to have to go off of his face and off of his words. Okay, I'm going to play it all the way through once.
I've never met the father in my life as well. To my knowledge, the entire time that I've known Maggie, I've never seen the baby, of course, but as well as the baby has been with the father, back from military leave. And that is all that I've known about the child, never seen it, never seen her or anything of that matter.
That look right there is just looks like an a-hole, but that's besides the point because he's definitely lying. Lying is indicated, and let's see where. So I'm assuming the reporter asked him, have you met Ethan?
Well,
Okay, during this point, his interpretation of the lie will cause the least amount of stress. Now, the hard facts will be what also gives him stress in this situation. He is depending on us to believe him. That is what will cause him stress, not the lie. Something else we need to pay attention to. Is he trying to convey to us what he knows, or is he trying to convince us of what he knows? Is there any aggression in his response to the questions? If so, that's also a red flag. If you give a long-winded answer to a question that is a yes or no, that's also a red flag, indicating of lying. Something else, for example, is if his response to the question or questions takes longer to form than usual, that is also a red flag. It usually means they're trying to take time to facilitate a lie. A truthful response is usually like automatic. You don't have to think about it. Something else, but not always, like your voice will change when you're responding with a lie. It will go up in tone instead of stay monotone. Lies confuse the own liar's brain. So the first letters of consecutive words or entire words might be switched around and jumbled together. Other speech errors can occur. They will leave out words, mispronounce words, simple words too. The liar will sound nervous, flustered, stressed, because that's precisely what they're doing, lying. Okay, so let's use the techniques that we just talked about on him.
I've never met the father in my life as well. To my knowledge, the entire time that I've known Maggie.
Okay, if you look at the beginning, his forehead, no stress.
I've never met.
Okay, he immediately goes to looking down. When you're recalling something, you're going to look up and left. If you're fabricating something, making up a story, you're going to look up and to the right. When you're looking down, you are avoiding the situation. You are distancing yourself from the situation. So again, indicative of a lie.
Met the father in my life as well.
Okay, and so all she did was ask him, have you ever met the father? Have you ever met Ethan? And it's a yes or no question, but he gives a long-winded answer, and it honestly doesn't make a lot of sense the way he says it. Red flag.
To my knowledge, the entire time.
To his knowledge. I mean, not necessary to say that, but he's adding in stuff, again, fluff that we don't need. To his knowledge. So is he saying that it's possible for something else? Because he's only saying to his knowledge. I think it's deception.
That I've known Maggie.
Okay, so that's a pause. So why is he needing to think about this? This is supposed to be truthful, so it just comes out like butter. It's smooth like butter, and he can't do it.
I've never seen the baby, of course, but
Okay,
as well.
I've never seen the baby, of course. I mean, can't even understand him. Jumbling his words, mixing them up. Easy words. Again, deception.
As the baby has been with the
Okay,
father.
aggressive. Do you see how he's like, the baby's been with the father? You believe me? He leans in. Better believe him. And he's aggressive to her. She's a reporter. She's just asking simple questions. And he comes off like, the baby's been with the father. Like, duh.
Back from military leave, and that is all that I've known about the child.
That's all I've known about the child, No. One, that is evasiveness because he's indicating that there's possibly more information. So I would like to be able to do a follow-up question. Obviously, I can't, but it's not truthful. He's being deceptive.
Never seen it.
Never seen it. That's what he calls Evelyn. Never seen it. It's an object to him. It's not a human life. So he is treating it as such. He has no regards for her life, obviously.
Never seen her or anything.
And he corrects himself, okay? And you can see the stress in the forehead, a little bit through here. And then when I hit play, he almost gives a smile behind that. And that shows an inappropriate level for concern for Evelyn. Deceptive.
Things that matter.
Okay, that matter, or anything of that matter. So what matter is he exactly talking about, right? I don't get it. That's deceptive. He is, again, being evasive in what he's trying to convince us he's saying. That's the truth. He's lying. He's very deceptive the whole time.
Or anything of that matter.
Or anything of that matter. Evasiveness. What matter? Because I don't think she asked you about a matter. If she did, we didn't hear it. But of that matter, still, that's not details. It's evasiveness. Not really, maybe, possibly. It's evasive. Okay, and then that look again, that's aggressive. He is very deceptive through this short interview. There's another interview that's like a minute and 30 seconds, and this is where they cut this out. He doesn't really say much in it, so I mean, we can look at it, but this is enough for me to know that he is being deceptive. Does it mean he hurt Evelyn? He sold Evelyn? What may have you? No, but he is being deceptive in this interview. Why? If he has nothing to do with anything, right? Okay, so I'm just going to play the interview for you guys again.
I've never met the father in my life as well. To my knowledge, the entire time that I've known Maggie, I've never seen the baby, of course, but as well as the baby has been with the father, back from military leave. And that is all that I've known about the child, never seen it, never seen her or anything of that matter.